I got this zit starting on the side of my nose. Oh, and it's not there yet, but it's red and it hurts, and that's the worst thing in the world to wake up to. As a physical ailment, you know, your back could hurt, your jaw could be sore for whatever reason, your shoulder might hurt a little bit, but when you flip over and you feel your side of your nose that's got a zit coming on it, hit the side of that pillow, it's like a jolt of electricity. It's the worst thing ever. And believe me, my back does hurt. My shoulder is a little weird right now. But it just jolts you. And I can't sleep anymore. I gotta get up. So good morning. Today may not be a good vibe one, depending on how you do your vibes. Whew. This past weekend, there was a rally. Gee, holy cow. The things coming out that people have said at that damn thing. 32. Yeah. There's just a little bit more than 32 in there. We'll just finish out the bag. Yeah. Oh, that smells so good. Salted caramel. Amazing. Delicious. Cannot wait. I haven't had coffee all weekend. Bad shit. Terrible shit happened. It doesn't make any sense how we've gotten to this point. I mean, you can sit there and you can watch the gradual uptake and everything, but they are literally saying terrible things to a crowd of tens of thousands, you know? And they're cheering. That comedian dude, to begin, Puerto Rico, gorgeous. I wish we would have been able to see the southern part of the island, but we were on the northern part. We were in San Juan, and we were in Old San Juan, and it's gorgeous. That place is amazing. The water's beautiful. The landscapes are fantastic and fascinating. The architecture is gorgeous. It's like just like an old world, but it's just full of fantastic food and stores, and it's a stop on cruise lines, so you know everything is very clean and very well kept, and Old San Juan is just gorgeous. And then we just stayed there for 2 days and 1 night, and the hotel we stayed in used to be an old convent, and the room was just gorgeous. And it was just a fascinating change of culture. And then we went from Old San Juan, we went to Vieques, which is an island off of the coast of Puerto Rico, which is part of Puerto Rico. And it's in the middle of the Caribbean. And the Caribbean I'd never seen it before, and it was just absolutely fascinating. We went to this wonderful beach called Media Luna that was in the middle of basically nowhere, and the water was like bath water, and the waves were not huge waves because it was like shaped like a crescent moon where the water would come in. So all the big waves that are out in the Caribbean were kind of broken up, and so you got just wonderfully even flowing water. And the fish, and I saw my first stingray out in the wild out there. I got stung by a jellyfish. You know, I mean, that was as scary as it was. Holy cow, that's amazing. You know, and as weird as that sounds. You know, Puerto Rico is not a trash place. It's not trash, and the people that live there are beautiful, wonderful, kind people. The people of Vieques, when we went there, everybody was helpful, and they smiled, and knew that they were in paradise. And it was just, I mean, Vieques is where Puerto Rico goes to vacation, you know? So, it was, you know, the island, the Caribbean, it was just absolutely gorgeous. So when some moronic jackass tries to ride the whole, Trump wanting to sell Puerto Rico wave and turns it completely even more racist than we thought possible. You know, why are people going to vote for that? The only reason I think it seems close is because a lot of people like me don't poll. If a Trump voter sees a poll person, they'll run up to them and scream, "I'm voting." You know, I'm not for Trump. You know, you'll get that. That's going to happen because They don't hide their stupidity anymore. It's right there on display, you know. So I don't do polls. I don't, it's not the point. I've already voted. I voted by mail. Matt voted on Sunday. And let me tell you, the voting station where we went is the major one for Delaware County. And for some reason, they were allowing people with Trump flags to stand outside the entrance of that voting place. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's weird, you know. I mean, that's basic voter intimidation, just standing out front with a flag. Oh my God, I don't want to bother with that crap. Who knows what it's like on the inside? And when you go in, it was pretty stupid. There were still people in there, and then there were people that were parked in the parking lot right next to the voting place that had Trump flags. So I don't understand. I remember when Matt said he was a poll officer. They would tell people that were wearing Trump hats or Trump shirts, you can't have that within the polling place. You can't be wearing that. No, you can't do that. You know, and they would have them take off their hats. And people would complain, but that's the law. So I don't understand that. But yeah, it shouldn't be as close, and I don't think it's going to be. I just think that people like me don't poll. They don't say at the end of because I vote by mail, so it's not like anyone's going to poll me, you know, coming out of anywhere. I hope that, you know. And then the whole local thing with, you know, Sherrod Brown and Bernie Moreno. I mean, Bernie's a jackass. He stole money from employees and then shredded the documents when it was called to court, as if he thought that was the right thing to do or the legal thing to do. He shredded documents. And then the whole, you know, sexual discrimination case, you know, the yelling at a single mom and then firing her, you know, for being a single mom. I mean, what is that? People really want that? People just don't care. Because we're at the point now where you're just going to vote Republican because you never voted any other way. So, I mean, we're just at that point now. It's going to be a weird December for a lot of people. I mean, Thanksgiving's going to be weird. I'm not going to want to listen to any of it. And I'm not going to. I voted the way I voted. Matt voted the way he voted. I think we voted basically the same. And I'm sorry for screwing up the vibe. I really am. But we're just down to that point now. We're down to the point where we are either going to continue getting better, because we have, I mean, the people in here think that they're incredibly clever because they're not allowed to put signs in front of their houses or in their windows. I don't know why you would do such a thing. I don't know why you would put a sign saying vote for Trump in your window. That's the weirdest fucking thing. It's just odd. It's odd and backwards and stupid. He doesn't care about you. Oh God. But they've decided that they're going to put at the mouth of our entrance and exit. They've got them out front here, all the signs pointing right at our entrance and exit. So every time you exit, you see the signs. So you see the vote for Trump signs. And there's one sign that says, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? And the answer to that is yes, you are. Admitting it or not, you don't have to admit it, because it's plain and painfully obvious that if you have anything invested in any kind of monetary way, you are far better off. And if you're retired and you've had investments, you are so much better off now than you were 4 years ago. Gas out there is $2.75 for regular unleaded. People are showing pictures of milk being $5 a gallon. It's $2.99 here at the Kroger and at the Meijer and at the Market Districts. $2.99. We bought it last night. $2.99. You know, so that's just not the way it is. And then dipshit Vance, VD Vance, I don't remember, was it JD? Who cares? Doing that whole piece to camera in front of eggs saying, my gosh, they're $5 a dozen. Standing in front of eggs that were like, it was $2.50 a dozen, and he was holding up 2 dozen egg cartons. So, I mean, he's an idiot. He's always been an idiot. He's just a smooth talking idiot that other idiots buy into. So I think we'll see unprecedented numbers of voters, and I think that they will overwhelmingly give us another Democrat president. And that's what I hope. I hope. And I just because, I mean, people like me, and there are, strangely enough, there are quite a few people like me out there, just don't poll. They just don't bother. They don't stop. I don't know. It doesn't matter to us because we are voting the way we need to vote. And I know that there are very smart people out there. I think there are a lot more smart people than there are idiots. They just need to go out and do something, and registering to vote is simple. Registering to vote from home via mail is simple. I filled out all 4. We had 4 things this year, so I filled out something for all 4 of them, double checked them, made sure the dates were correct, made sure which I would be voting for, and then sent them off. And I got all 4 mail-in ballots as they needed to be, sent in. So that was super easy. And then we went in yesterday or Sunday to vote, and he was in there maybe 15 minutes, even though all of those idiot assholes were on the outside with their Trump flags and who's-he what's-its and moronic bullshit. He went in 15 minutes, came back out, and we went to the grocery store. It's not difficult, at least here in Ohio. I can't speak for other states, but I can speak for Ohio. Voting by mail was absolutely easy and to me ideal because I'm not a people person anymore. I never was a people person to start with. I just faked it really well, I just faked it really good. A fake smile and a sure, let me get you that, or I can help you, or, whatever, that kind of thing. That's very easy because it's just moments of your life. And once it's over with, and they've moved on. That's customer service. Generally. There are some terrible people out there who you have to deal with. And that's why I feel like I can say with some confidence that I think that we're going to be okay. Because I have met the terrible people, but the good people that I have met are overwhelmingly more than the others. So I think I can, and I'll come back later and either I'll be eating my words or I won't. But I think I can say with some confidence, we'll see a light here. It just comes off that way, I mean, you can fly to 60,000 people from all over the country into Madison Square Garden, but you can't fly 5,000 people, 8,000 people to a fairgrounds in Iowa, or out to Coachella where they were stranded because he refused to pay the bus service. And that's basically what you're getting. You're getting a man that refuses to pay for anything. I mean, you just got to go back 20 years, 30 years. When he built his casinos, when he built his hotels, what did he do? He immediately declared bankruptcy so he didn't have to pay any of the people that he contracted to do that work. That's not savvy business. That's not smart. That's being a crook. That's being a crook. That's being a liar. So that's not a good thing. That's not sustainable. That's not the way it should be. Everybody should get what they need to get, for the goods or the services that they have provided. And he should have been immediately disqualified back in the day because of all of that stuff that he did to hurt the people that worked for him immediately. It's just so weird. It's just so weird that we've gotten to this point. It's going to escalate. In the next couple of days, people will probably put stuff up in their windows out here, just for the remainder of the election season. The commercials on YouTube, because we don't watch unless football's on or he's watching a soccer game or something like that. We don't watch TV. So the political ads that have been up on that TV are just absolutely horrendous and stupid. And it's not anybody in Ohio doing the anti-Sherrod Brown ads. They're all outside of Ohio, which is really weird. I think almost all the Sherrod Brown ads, pro ones, have been from PACs that are in Ohio or from him himself doing the ad. Everybody here, doesn't really want anything to do with... in all of the attack ads on Sherrod Brown, I would say 80% of them don't mention Bernie at all. Because every ad that is anti-Moreno has just had to talk about his record. That's all they've had to do. They've had to come up with stuff for Sherrod, but for Bernie Moreno, all they had to do was talk about his record. And one of the things they come up with Sherrod Brown was a lie. And they're still running with it, which is really weird. I guess it's not. The people that are going to vote for that kind of a person don't care about the record. They just want to vote for the Republican. And that's something that's going to have to change. I would love some kind of multi-party system like everybody else is talking about. But every independent I've ever seen is a lunatic that doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. Once we start getting some people running on a different ticket that are sensible and get it and are on the same plane of reality as everybody else and want to watch the world move forward rather than stagnate with wishy-washy whataboutism and both sidesing. Yes, you tell them. You tell them, lady. Ooh. You hear something too? I heard leaves rustling outside. Now the wind is blowing. The last of the salted caramel. Delicious caramel flavor. Cool little salty note at the end. Delicious coffee. This is Bones. You tell him. Come here. Come on. Here he comes. He knows how to get rubs. You're just a coy. You're just a coy little shit. Come on. Come on, sissy. Come on. Lady. He's left. Nope, he's back. Oh, they're funny little things. You think there's like jealousy and I don't want to be around him and stuff like that, but I think it's just instinct. They're just silly by instinct. I don't know if they can comprehend half the stuff I anthropomorphize. Anthropomorphize? Morph. It's morph, not morph. No, it's not it's a morph. An F, not a TH. Anthropomorphize. I give them human traits, and I don't think they have any. Like, they can't be embarrassed. They can get angry and upset, but I don't think they know happy. I just think they know, ooh, food in the bowl. So, I don't know. I'm not into animal psychology. So, anyway, you know what? We're getting too close to this thing. After the whole Puerto Rico is a trash heap, and then he said that thing about Latino individuals. Look it up. I really don't want to repeat it. Well, don't look it up. You know what? Don't look it up. Just trust me. You've heard me tell jokes. You've heard me say crass shit. You've heard me curse just like that. I'm not a prude. I don't do prude, but holy cow. The things that he said, if you are a Latin individual and think, oh, that doesn't apply to me, I will let you know right now, as a white person who has been in a room full of other white people, some of whom have been racist, And as soon as I find that out, I walk right the hell out. But they are talking about you. They are, and if they say we're going to deport, they're going to try. I don't know if they'll succeed, but there will be a lot of people that will be a part of their trying. And those people will probably be hurt in some fashion. I don't think they'll succeed, but if they win, they will sure as hell try as hard as they can. They're awful. They're awful people. The whole Madison Square Garden thing, if you didn't believe it before, which boggles my mind, I would say that rally and the racist rhetoric they pushed off. I mean, they seem to think that they're the majority, and I just don't believe that. I do not believe that, and I think that we can prove them wrong. I mean, it's possible we could turn Ohio blue. I mean, it's hard for me to fathom that anyone that would vote for issue 1, because if issue 1 is the gerrymandering one. If you vote yes for issue 1, you're voting to get the politicians out of the districting of their districts, drawing the maps, and you're going to turn it to a more, the population of Ohio is going to draw these district maps. So because some of them they look terrible. They look like an 8-year-old drew it. Now, that's not true, because I've seen some wonderful drawings from 8-year-olds. You know what? They look like a 47-year-old man trying to draw who's never drawn before. That's what those maps look like. And they're just gerrymandered, and they're programmed to keep terrible people in office because they know how certain places vote. So that's how they've drawn them. What issue 1 does is it takes that away from the politicians that have been constantly redrawing their districts and gives it to people and groups who can fairly redraw those districts correctly and fairly, so that the representation of that district is centralized to the person that is in that district rather than a means to stay elected. If you vote yes for that, I don't know why you are not voting for A, Sherrod Brown, or B, Vice President Harris. I don't understand. It just feels like that should fall in line, because you see what they're doing, and it's not in your best interest. It never is. So, I don't know. With more and more families anymore coming to the realization that they have LGBTQIA plus folks in their families, unless they are outright removing those people from their lives, it just seems like we should be moving forward with basic understanding and hope, but I don't know. Some days it doesn't seem like it. It would be great if with this election we see a nice move forward again. Because we saw a decent move forward when Biden was elected. And we have benefited from that tremendously. Gas prices and home loans. How many houses? There was I realized that we had COVID, but there was such a huge jump in housing in Ohio during that time. Even with the interest rates being a little higher than they should have been, people were still buying houses and able to still buy houses. And interest rates have gone down significantly for housing and for vehicles. So, and they continue to go down. People are voting against themselves in spite. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Whether it's your family, whether it's your own home mortgage, whether it's, your car, whether it's your friends, your friends of these things, I was looking, I have a fidelity count, and I've been looking, and it's up there now. I had to, when I was laid off, they told me I had to roll it over to an IRA, whatever thingy. So I did that. And over the past 2 years, it's gained $300. Things are getting better. They really are. No matter how much somebody wants to tell you they're not. No matter how much somebody wants to lie to you and tell you that they're not getting better, it is demonstrably false. And things are coming back and getting better. And all of those places that did a markup on their fast food or on their groceries or on their products, they're taking those markups and they're pulling them back. People are like, you shouldn't be doing that, you know, and it's biting them in the ass now. So they're pulling a lot of that stuff back. And, you know, so you can see that that's not based on the economy. You can see that that's based on corporate greed. Corporations raise their prices so that they could gouge the public. That has nothing to do with the whole picture and just with their little part of raising prices to top off their bottom line. You know, I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm sorry. I just feel like I had to get that out. And the best way to get that out is with a salted caramel from Bones Coffee. Bones Coffee could sponsor me. I would do ads for you. I'd probably do them a hell of a lot cheaper. Just tell me what you pay for an ad per month, and I'll do it for half. Anything right now. A job would be nice. Something that didn't require me to do manual labor would be great. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. Go out and vote. Vote early to beat the crowds, because I'm sure voting on the day of is going to be atrocious. Go vote. Let's hope that we can continue to move forward. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day.